Hello, how are you guys doing today? Todd and I are going to share a story. Todd was having a sleep, but I think he's woke up now. We were out and we're still out, and we met a beautiful Christian family. And they asked us what church we went to. So we said St. Martha's. And then the reaction we get when we say that is really pretty interesting all the time. Anyways, his next comment was, we go to a Christian church. We enjoy the freedom. Oh, a little bluebird just flew into the tree right beside us. Oh, he's so cute. Anyways, a church with freedom. So I thought that was interesting. And I kind of took it like he was saying that the Catholic Church doesn't have freedom. So I just want to read you something that Todd and I got to the park and read today. It's beautiful. It's by Matthew Kelly from one of his books. And I'll hope to mention the name of the book at the end of the story. And I'll just read the little story that he has. Oh, now there's two bluebirds. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try to get them in the picture. Oh, it won't let me switch the camera, Todd. So I'm going to put you up in the sky so you can see the sky and just hear the story as I read it. And Todd, the bluebirds can kind of sit with us. So it's day 15. All you who need rest. There's a lot of talk these days about boundaries. It's a psychological term that refers to setting realistic limits for participation in a relationship or activity. These limits are necessary to protect the integrity of an individual or relationship. Relationships need boundaries to remain healthy. Our lives also need boundaries to remain healthy. Do you set realistic limits for your participation in life? God, in his ever-loving providence, gave us the Sabbath as the first boundary, but also as the boundary that gives us the clarity to set all other boundaries. St. Irenaeus observed, "The glory of God is man fully alive." What would your life look like if you were fully alive? What would have to be true for you to become fully alive? God is calling you to wholeness and holiness. Consider the four aspects of the human person: physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. In which of these areas are you thriving? In which are you just surviving? And what prevents you from thriving? I suspect it is the sheer busyness of your life, the noise and complexity of modern life, the stress induced by never-ending urgency. Compare that to Jesus' invitation. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble of heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Matthew 11:28-13. This is one of the most beautiful and compassionate moments in the scriptures. Most of us are weary and burdened. Most of us don't find that burden to be light, and most of us are not getting the rest we need to thrive in every area of life. Rest is a divine activity. God rested on the seventh day, Genesis 2:2, not because he was tired, but because he knew we would get tired and need rest. God rested on the seventh day to set a boundary between the demands of the world and our very human needs. God rested on the seventh day because he was teaching us an essential element necessary to thrive. Modern scientific research shows that people are most satisfied in life when they find a rhythm of working intensely for a period and then completely unplugging and resting for a period. Rest reduces stress by activating the parasympathetic nervous system, the opposite of the sympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the fight or flight response. Do you ever feel like the whole world is in fight or flight mode? This is why. We are neglecting our legitimate need for meaningful rest. Brain data also shows that periods of rest boost creativity. How often has the solution to a problem come to you when you go for a walk or step away from your work for an extended period. Rest improves productivity and enhances your ability to make sound decisions. Have you ever noticed that people make poor decisions when they are exhausted? And the endless benefits of great sleep are well documented and ignored by most people. You have an essential need for rest. It is undeniable. Are you ignoring it? Is it time to set appropriate boundaries for your life by establishing an authentic Sabbath experience? We inherited the Sabbath tradition from our Jewish spiritual ancestors. The Jewish Sabbath is observed from sundown on Friday to sundown on Saturday. Catholics observe the Sabbath on Sunday. But I know many Catholics, especially those with demanding professional responsibilities, who practice the Sabbath from sundown on Saturday to sundown on Sunday. This allows them to take a couple of hours Sunday night to prepare for the week ahead. Honoring the Sabbath sets up the necessary boundaries to fully experience receiving Jesus in the Eucharist during Sunday Mass. When we live within those boundaries and follow God's model of rest, the spiritual fruits we experience are extraordinary. God is interested in the whole person, not just the spiritual aspect, and so the Sabbath also creates the opportunity for your rest and relaxation as a whole person. You may find it helpful to approach the Sabbath with the four aspects of the human person in mind: physical, emotional, intellectual, and spiritual. Carefree timelessness is essential for a relationship to thrive. No relationship can thrive without restful time together, without an agenda. The Sabbath is an opportunity for carefree timelessness with God and each other. Most people are bored and tired at Mass because they are bored and tired with their lives. When we honor the Sabbath, everything changes. From this place of rest and renewal, we will approach the Eucharist with childlike awe and enthusiasm. Only then will we be able to comprehend what the saints have shared with us about the Eucharist. Like this reflection from Padre Pio: every Holy Mass, heard with devotion, produces in our soul marvelous effects, abundant spiritual and material graces which we cannot fathom. It is easier for the earth to exist without the sun than without the holy sacrifice of the Mass. The Eucharist is the ultimate form of restoration, and it is best experienced in the context of the Sabbath rest. It is time we accepted this gift that God has been trying to give to humanity since the beginning of time. Trust, surrender, believe, receive. And it would be very fruitful to ponder that reading, to go back over it and use it for a Lectio Divina or divine reading. Listen to it 2 or 3, 4 times and let God speak to you what needs to be heard, what your heart needs to hear, so that you can have a good Sabbath rest. God bless you. Have a peace and joyful day. Happy Sabbath. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bye-bye.